So, hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel. So, as you already know, we have started the subject that is a cyber security. Okay, so we already have the couple of videos previously regarding the introduction of the subject, like what exactly the subject will be all about, what exactly the cyber security is, what you will be studying in the cyber security. In the next videos, we have started the new chapter that is the vulnerability scanning. Okay, so we have seen that what exactly is the vulnerability, and yes, it is like a loopholes into your network or into a system through which a hacker can get into a system and hack your system. Okay, so this is the vulnerability that have, and that's where the cybersecurity, and that's where the ethical hacking, and that's where the security of fundamentals comes into the picture to protect your network, to protect your system. Okay, so we have seen the vulnerability scanning. There are the different types of vulnerability we have seen, like the open port vulnerability. We have seen the vulnerabilities in coding, in the OS and network. So so there are so there are the types of scanner available. There are the different types of vulnerability scanners available to check whether your network or your system has any vulnerability, like your system or your network have any loopholes, so that and can a hacker can get into your network or your system and can hack your system. Okay, so what generally happens like that, when any hacker wants to hack any system, or wants to hack any particular network, he or she will going to find the loopholes into the system. Okay, so let's say there is a mobile network, or there is a network of any organization available. So what ultimately the hacker will do, hacker will connect with the Wi-Fi. So ultimately there the hacker will be in the network of that, in that particular organization. Now there are different tools available through which a hacker can know which are the different host, means which are the different systems are running into the current network, which are the different systems can running into the current network. Okay, and also there are the tools available. Not only the hacker can know only the systems or the host available, but even, let's say, he or she can know which are the services, and which are the operating system, and which are the open ports are there in the particular host, or in the particular system. So what exactly the hacker will do? Hacker will log in, like get into the network of any organization. He will use the tools to identify the which are the systems available into the network, identify the operating system, identify the ports, identify the services. If any loopholes found in any of this, he can like to track your system. He can like get into a system and like crash your system. So this is the way the how the hacking is done. Okay, so there are the different vulnerability scanners, vulnerability scanning tools available into the market. So one of the tool is that is a Nmap. We have initial discussion on the Nmap. So the full form for the Nmap is a network mapper. So that is a short form, that is a Nmap. The full form is a network mapper. So this Nmap is used by both hackers as well as the network security engineers and the security engineers both. Okay, hackers use these tools to attack any network or attack any system, while security engineers will use to find the loopholes into your network, or to the network, or into the system, and try to fix that issue, so that no hacker can hack the network or a system. Okay, so this is a very important tool to look about. Okay, so yes, it is available for both. It is built, initially it was built specifically for the Linux. Now it is available on the Windows also. we'll see the Windows version, and later on we'll see all the tools in the Ubuntu or the Linux system also. Okay, so this is the UI, this is the user interface of the uh, your we can say the Nmap. Okay, so you can download Nmap, from the site website of the Nmap. You just go to, just type the download Nmap. Okay, yes, this is the official website, that is nmap.org. Yes, you can have the different Microsoft Windows versions as well as the Linux binaries. If you are learning a Linux, you can directly type a command, or you can download this RPM file and install over there. Otherwise, if you're using Ubuntu, you just need to type a sudo apt-get install and nmap. Directly the nmap will be downloaded into your system. While in the case of Windows, you have to download uh, this exe file. So keep a note that download this stable version, right? Download the stable version. Once you download this version on your side, okay, it will be. So I already have downloaded this, so I'm like opposing this, right? So so this is all about the network scanning tool, that is the Nmap. So this is how you can download and install the tool. So once you open a tool, you will find this kind of UI. Okay, so which have the different fields like target, like on as I have given you the example, like if you want to scan any system, let's say you are sitting into your college lab, and if you want to scan your nearby PC, if you want to scan the nearby PC, like which operating system a particular system is running, which are the open ports and which are the services are running. So you have to type the IP address of the target machine here. You have to provide the different types of scan here. Let's say if I'm starting a quick scan, and if I'm typing the, let's say, 192.168.12. So ultimately, for this quick scan, this is the command for the Nmap. So you don't need to write a command. Well, in the case of Linux, or in the some command from Windows, you have to type the whole command. So this is a benefit while working onto the Windows UI with the Nmap. Okay, so before let's say just start with the initial. Let us move towards to the simple scan, that is a 127.0.0.1. So this is a loopback address. This is the address of any machine. Let's say this is the address of your machine. So every machine have its own IP address, that is a one IP, that is a 127.0.0.1 to check itself. Okay, so what we are doing, we are just picking a ping scan. So what exactly the ping is? Ping is nothing but to check whether the host is up or not. Okay, so just type the scan. Yes, you will have the command that host is up. So now what I will do, rather than putting my IP, I will put, let's say, google.com. Okay, so just put the scan. Yes, you will get the answer. Host is up. Okay, so this is the ping scan, just to check whether the particular host is up or not. Okay, so this is a very much basic command of the Nmap. Now what we are, or what I am more interested to that, to that particular scenario. Let's say a hacker wants to get into the any of the network, then he wants to find any particular system and wants to crack the particular system. So the first of all, the first question arises, how the hacker will get into the system. Simple. If you are your college has your Wi-Fi. If the getting the Wi-Fi password, it's not a difficult thing. So when he log into the Wi-Fi, ultimately he will be into a network. Now now hacker wants to know, if a hacker wants to know, once he is in your college network after connecting with your Wi-Fi, he wants to know, let's say, how many hosts are up, how many hosts are running into a network. So what he will exactly do, he will type a command, let's say nmap dash, okay, dash, let's say 192.168.0.0/24. Okay, so now you will be worrying about like what exactly this, what is the 192.168.0.0/24. So for to explain that, I have to come again to my CMD. Okay, so what I will do, I have covered into the previous video like basic of a networking, IP addresses. uh, the one thing remaining over there, that was the one thing one thing remaining over there, that was the subnet mask. Okay, I will cover here. We have covered up the ports, so we'll use all the fundamentals today practically. Okay, so now to check my IP address of my system, what I will do, I just need to type IP config. Okay, so I will get the different information like IP address, that is your 192.168.0.10 at. So this is my IP address of my system. Okay, so now you will be asking, uh, like a few minutes ago, I said that my machine's IP 192.127.0.0.1. Now I'm saying my IP address is like this. Yes, this is the network IP. Yes, this is the IP of my system. So this is also the IP of my system. This is a loopback address. So this loopback address work for all system. If you let's say like type ping 127.0.0.1 into your system, you will always get the reply because this is the IP address of that particular system. While in the case of this IP might change. This IP, let's say if I like disconnect from Wi-Fi and connect it again, this IP will change. But this IP will not going to change. This is like the local host. Okay, so this is my IP address of my system. Now the important term, that is a subnet mask, that is a 255.255.255.0. Now this is the somewhat tricky part, as you might not aware about the detailed fundamentals. For that I have to get all of you into the one concept, that is the categories of the IP addresses. The IP addresses are a class full, divided into the classful network, like the classes of the IP address. Just search that the class of the IP address on the Google. There are the different classes A, B, C, D. So in the class A, let's say IP ranges from 1.0.0.1 to 126.25 to 255.255.254. So this all IP ranges comes into the class A. These are the ranges for class B. These are the ranges for class 3 and class C. These are the ranges for class D. Okay, so this is our IP address, that is your 192.168.0.8. So ultimately this is your class C IP address. Class C IP address. Now comes into the picture. Uh, in class IP address consists of 4 bytes. So in class A, first byte will be the network address and remaining 3 bytes will be the host address. So this is the tricky part. You will more get into detail about in the computer network subject, but in short I will let you know. In your class A, your first byte means this will be a network address and rest of C will be your host address. While in the case of class B, first 2 bytes into network address and remaining 2 are the host. In class C, first 3 are the network and last one is a host. While in the class D, all of them are the network addresses. Okay, so in the class C, first 3 bytes are the network address. That is why to write a subnet mask on the network address, you need to write 255, 255 and 255 and remaining are 0. So for the subnet mask for class A would be 255.0.0.0. For class B type of IP address would be 255.255.0.0. While in the case of class C, subnet mask would be 255.255.255.0. While in the case of class D, subnet mask would be 255.255.255.255. So are you getting my point? This is your subnet mask. Also we can say that in the similar way, in the class C IP address, the 24 bits are occupied into the network address? We can say that yes, as I told you, in the class C, in the class A first byte network address, class B first 2 byte network address, class C first 3 byte network address. So we can say that in the class C first 3 byte means 24 bits are occupied as a network address. That is why what we are ultimately doing over here, right? So this is my IP 192.168.0.108. So what will be my network address? My network address will be 192.168.0. This dot zero, this will be my network address. So doing this, what I am doing ultimately, I am doing, let's say, just do it, nmap 192.168.0. So in the class C, first 3 bytes are the network address. So this will be the network address. In the remaining, I will put the 0 and slash 24. So what I am ultimately doing, ultimately I am scanning the whole network. Ultimately I am scanning the whole network. Just scan the network. Just apply that. So Nmap will take some time. You have to wait for that. Okay. So when you run this command onto your laboratory pieces, you will find all the pieces are which are running their IP address listed will here. All their IP address will be listed here. Which are the computers are running into a network, all their IP address will be listed here among with the ports open. Okay. So meanwhile we'll wait for the couple of minutes so that this process will be completed. Okay. So meanwhile, I would like to explain regarding the ports also. So we already have discussed in the previous video lectures about the ports. We have the physical ports and we have the logical ports. Physical ports like we have in the laptop like HDMI and VGA and USB and all that. While in the case of logical ports in our system, every system have the 65,536 ports, in which 0 to 1023 are ports defined in the private segment, the private logical ports, while in the case of 1024 to 65,535 are the logical ports, sorry, public logical ports. Okay, so what are exactly these ports are used for? Okay, what exactly these ports are used for? Okay, so to give you your answer, so let's say I'm like running this browser, right? Ultimately I'm running the browser. So what I'm doing in the technical term, I'm running a one service, I'm running a one application. So this service run on one of these ports. So in browser always I will use the HTTP, okay, other or HTTPS. So HTTP protocol as discussed earlier will use the port number 80, while in the case of HTTPS that will use the port number 443. So what does it mean? HTTP service is running on port number 80 and HTTPS service is running on port number 443. Are you getting my point? So this is for the browser. Let's say if you are doing a mail will use the two protocols, SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol, and the post office protocol, POP3, and the SMTP will use the port number 25, POP3 will use the port number 110. So each port run the different services. Each port run the different services. So this we have our network scanning completed over here. Can you see that? Yes, nmap 192.168. Yes, you can run your command over here also, it's fine. You can run your command. We have the UI, that is why we have the better visibility, right? So this is a kind of output. Yes, this is a nmap scan report. This is a one, that is a host is up, that is your 192.168.0.1, and the second host is up, that is a 192.168.0.108. So this is ultimately the my laptop IP, and what if you run this command into your laboratory, all the your lab PC which are up and running and which are connected to the LAN in your local area network with the LAN cable. Okay, so all this will show up here. All this will show up here. So what particular other answer is? Let's say, so this particular host is running. Yes, my laptop is running. And what exactly this? On this particular laptop, that port number 80 is using a TCP protocol, and that particular port is open, and the particular port is running HTTP service. See, I am running a browser here. Okay, I am running a browser, so ultimately I am running a HTTP service. So using this tool, I'm able to know that on this laptop currently someone is browsing something, right? Port number 80. Similarly, 135 TCP open. This is a MSRPC. Some services running like HTTP, like different services. You can also see over here. So these are the number of ports are running over here, and these are the different services. These are the different services running on this particular PC. You getting my point? So this is a tool. So when you so try to note down this command, you should run this command onto your laboratory pieces. So all the IP address with all these ports open, all these ports open will shown up so that you can able to know like which are the host available and which are the services they are running, what they are doing, what exactly they are running and all that. Okay, so like let's say once you got the IP address of that particular service, once you get the IP address of the particular service, you can copy that IP address over here, just paste it over here there, and you can choose a different type of commands. Like if you want a quick scan, okay, just apply the quick scan, just scan. If you want to do the intense scan, once you change the scanning, you can change the different uh different command over here. Okay, okay, rather, okay, let's run the uh, google.com. Let's say the run the different command, that is a quick trace route. Okay, and just do the scan. Okay, just scan from here. Okay, it is asking start CMD. Okay, we will start from as a administrator. Yes, and we will run this command. Let's see. I think there are some issues over trace route has to be run as a root. We are as a root. Don't know what exactly the problem is, but ultimately what I'm trying to say, trace route will give you the answer. Let's say if we are using a trace route google.com, let's say it is working, ns lookup. Okay, so this is the one type of command, like ns lookup is the one type of command. It will show you uh like the exact the route, the trace route. Like let's say you are connected with your router will be connected with that ISP, that ISP will be connected with your city ISP, that city ISP connected with your state ISP to the country ISP, then and all. So if you want exactly all the routes, all the IP of that, or the all the particular routers, you can find exactly the route with this particular command, with the nmap trace route command. So are you getting my point? You will exactly find that the where the traffic is going from and where the traffic is coming from. You will find the exact trace of that particular traffic. So I don't know, without not running, I will check it and will let you know the next time. Okay, so are you getting my point? By running the your network scan, you got one IP, let's say 192.168. As of now, this is my IP, but in the real scenario, you will get a different IP and you can perform this scan. If you let's say if you want to perform a different type of scan, you can perform the scan over there. Okay. So this will take a time. So yes, you can have the different type of topologies connected, like this is your local host, how you are connected with this all the services. Yes. So currently what it is showing in that particular, these are, it is running this type of services, like this is the one service. So this particular IP has this much of thing open to the side. See, as I told you, the different ports, port number 80 running this service, HTTP service, port number 135 running MSRPC service, port number 139 running NetBIOS SSN, port number 445 running Microsoft DS, port number 5357 running WSD API service. So as much of this services it will can be occupied over here. So are you getting my point? What I'm trying to say? So Nmap is nothing but the network mapping tool. It is a network mapper tool. It is used to scan the network, scan the particular host, scan the particular system. Okay. Even there are the different commands available. You can like find the, let's say, you can do the intense scan, no ping. You can find the operating system, which are the operating system they are running, which are the ports open, which are service running. Okay, if hacker find any loophole on that any of the services, let's say some services run on the particular host, if that particular service has some of the loopholes, so hacker, what actually the hacker will do, hacker will try to break that service, will try to get into the service and try as much as possible to hack the system or the network, right? Okay, so this is the intense scanning with the detailed information available. Okay, so this was basics about the uh, what we can say, that the network mapping tool, that is the Nmap. Yes, so what you can do, you can try at your home, this download this tool, run this command. You can find the different ports and all this running. So this is the one of the techniques, this is the one of the techniques available here, that is your vulnerability scanners. We have the different types of vulnerability scanner. That is a type 1 is a open port scanner. This is nothing but the port and the network scanning tool available here. Okay, so this is the one of the tool, that is the Nmap. Okay, so this was all about the Nmap. You can do the different types of testing. Yes, it will take a time. That is why I am not running all the different type of scan. You have the different output here. You don't need to remember the command when you are doing the with the Windows UI. Okay, you can do with that. Okay, the one more important thing, when you install the Nmap, the Nmap will also install the NCPC. If I'm not wrong, it will also install the NCPC. But when both are installed, your Nmap will not work here. It will not do any type of scanning. So what you need to do, you need to go to the control panel. You have to uninstall the NCPC installed with the Nmap. Once you uninstall that, you can, like, just your nmap will work with the code, right? So this was all about the nmap. So thank you very much for watching the video. In the next video we will see the detailing, the different detailing command with the nmap, as well as we'll start with the new tool, that is the wireshark. The wireshark is also the network tracing tool, but it is somewhat more detailed. I will show you the exactly the password cracking trick with the Wireshark. I will show you the how you can see the passwords on the Wireshark with other some condition with the HTTP protocols, not with the HTTPS. But we have to study the HTTP protocol before that. So we'll go about the different types of protocols, HTTP protocol, difference between the HTTP and HTTPS, and we will try to log in into the one of the system, and will like try to break the code, like break the password. I will show you the password, like I will enter the password into the UI, and I will show you the password into the backend. Okay, this that is a Wireshark. It's a packet tracing tool. So thank you very much for watching a video. We'll meet you into the next video. Thank you very much.